Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. This is Altcoin Era, your favorite channel, your favorite YouTuber's favorite channel. This is the place to be. I've got some good news, some bad news, and everything in between. We're going to look into the stablecoin super cycle as well. There's a super cycle happening and it's regarding stablecoins. Let's begin. ETH is currently at 3,000 and some change. I'm not getting out of bed for a 3K ETH. I'm not getting out of bed for a 4K ETH. Now 5K. That's something to really talk about. Other than that, it's all fugazi. I don't care about no 3K ETH. We need to go higher. We're running out of time. Ethereum hit my target. It's blue skies ahead. We're going to probably head into this area right over here. As you can see here, we had the tariff scare. And I don't know why Ethereum had anything to do with tariffs. I was telling folks, this is the bottom. This is irrationality at best. People are throwing away good money for bad money. We're almost about to head to 2025 open. A V-shaped recovery. We're back to where we started. Like I said before, I'm not really interested in ETH at this price, at 3,400. I'm not interested at ETH at this price, at 3,600. Let's have a look at what's happening on the news. And we're just going to look around and check out what's happening so far. Ethereum rises 6% against Bitcoin as the Genius Act puts spotlight on yield-bearing stablecoins. This is nothing new to us. We've had this in the space for a very, very long time. Boomers is something very, very new for boomers and traditional markets. The Ethereum and Bitcoin ratio significantly rose, marking it the best performance since May, as Ether's price surpassed $3,100. This is nothing new to us, but for boomers and traditional markets, it's like amazing for them. We've had yield-bearing stablecoins for a very, very long time. Simply go on to any of these major DeFi protocols and you can buy PayPal USD. It's regulated and provide liquidity with an APR of a massive 14.67%. Boomers and traditional markets, they go crazy over these numbers. Oh my God, I can't believe this. This is more yield than housing. This is more yield than the S&P 500. Whenever they go into risk off, they just buy bonds and TLTs and make some 4%, 3% APYs. And with us, this is nothing. There are some liquidity pools where you can get 50%, 60%, 70, 100, like legit LPs out there. Altcoins outperform as the rally gains speed. Altcoins are outperforming. ETH is now sexy again. I was telling folks when it was at 1,500. I was telling folks when we were in a deep bear market. I was telling folks that Ethereum is the king. But now everyone's all running into Ethereum and altcoins and crypto, and now it's all sexy again. If we compare ETH and Bitcoin and have a look at the prices, we are forming a slow recovery, okay? This might be the very bottom. We're at 0.02. We need ETH to finally start heading up higher. I'm not going to get into the macro. I'm not going to get into QT today. I've spent hours and hours and hours and hours telling you this stuff. Hours, and I gave you the source, the magic source. Yeah. Risk came knocking on your door. Did you say hello or did you run away to the toilet? ETH is heading up higher. I'm gonna call it now. I'm gonna call it right now. Here today, we have bottomed. Okay, I'm calling it here. We've bottomed, guys. This is the range bottom. ETH should start picking up now. We have altcoin season index currently at 39. This is a good sign. If you're new here, you buy during this period, you sell during this period. Simple as that. Don't overcomplicate things. You buy here, sell here. This was an altcoin rally. This is another altcoin rally, the one you're all waiting for, like a leprechaun at the end of a rainbow, like gold at the end of the rainbow, is this right here. This is when your portfolio 10x's, 20x's, 30x's, maybe if you're lucky 100, 200x's. This is the altcoin season that everyone's waiting for. We've been punished so many times, and I think this is just an altcoin rally. I'm not going to boost your ego and tell you, guys, this is the one. The market has to show me. It has to show me. And if it holds for around 30 days, 60 days, then That's it. That's altcoin season. But the market has to confirm and show me. I have no doubts that we're heading to these upper ranges. I've got no doubt about that. But will it hold? Every time in history we've had these massive run-ups is merely because everyone got very, very excited, got very, very emotional, and began to front run the Fed. Rule number one in investing and trading: do not fight the Fed. And that's why I'm not getting excited over a 3K Ethereum price. 3K, and everyone's jumping for joy. Come on, guys, come on. Let's keep our composure. And we have XRP. It prints a bullish reversal. Volume confirms recovery towards $3. Trading volume spiked at 134 million. Big buy pressure was at $2.84 and $2.85. DeFi is back. Profit and revenue is back again. That's all sexy now. So we have Cake, and it's one of the best performers in revenue in the last 30 days. We have Hype, one of the best performers, Radium, ETH, and Moro. The top 9 shares is Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Pengu, Hype, and Pump.fun. Utility coins are looking sexy again, actually in fashion now. Before, it was anti-utility. The less your coin does, the less execution risk, the better your coin is. Now it's all about utility, and Aave is back in the top 50 banks in the world. It's currently sitting at 46. CPI looking good. Core CPI has gone down. Core monthly has gone down. Year over year has slightly increased, which doesn't make sense. But the most important part for the Fed is core CPI. ETH on the monthly for July has had a massive 27%. January wasn't that bad. February was horrific because everyone got extremely irrational and we bought the fear. And I said clearly that this is the very, very bottom. March went down 18%. April slightly down, and then a massive V-shaped recovery. May went up 40%. June slightly down. July 27%. August we normally go up by 6%. September is the most scariest period. So every top influencer, YouTuber, everyone is saying that September is going to be terrible. Ooh, it's going to be scary. Ooh. But we'll see. You will see. I don't want to mid-curve this as well, because I think the whole crowd is saying September we're going to fall, we're going to drop. So I'll take the other side of the trade, guys. I think September's not going to be bad. I have a confession. I actually have a confession. I've got a confession. Yeah, this is kind of off topic. I was right. I said that Bitcoin's heading to 145. The road to 145. I was bang on the money. But I just mid-curved myself. I joined the crowd. I don't know why I'd done that. Yeah, I really don't know. Everyone was sidelined. I should have just continued on my march to 145. I don't know why I done that. That is not typically what I do. But I did say right here, I said that Bitcoin's going to head to 88K. It didn't head to 88K. It went all the way to 98,000 US dollars. I was $10,000 away from my target. So I have to put up my hand. Yeah, that was a major L. I have to admit that. That was a major. I thought we were going to have a deeper retracement, but just like markets are so brutal and vicious, they won't give you enough time to buy back in. They'll keep on making you buy high and sell low. As of now, there's just a CME gap that it needs to fill, and then we're on our way. Where's the CME gap? Where is it? Has it filled it yet? This is the CME gap that it needs to fill. I think it will fill this CME gap sooner rather than later. Bitcoin on the monthly looking terrific. It's defying all odds. It looks like 2017 all over again. There is not any fluff. There's not much leverage. No one's still talking about Bitcoin. So this is incredible. Bitcoin's at 120,000 and yet the herd isn't here, which is ridiculous. What price does Bitcoin need to head to for mania? I'm just shocked. By now, we should be knees deep in altcoin season. Ethereum should be at 6, 7, 8, 10K by now. But for some reason, the herd has PTSD. They keep getting burnt. Keep constantly getting burnt by all these influencers. Trump done the same in January, burnt all his followers, completely destroyed Solana and the chain, and ran away with his money. So this time, hopefully, Trump doesn't interfere with markets. He just needs to shut his mouth. The longer he can keep his mouth shut, better for our bags. This man is a problem. He's a big problem. He is the one that caused this massive dump. So the longer he shuts his mouth, the better it is for all markets, all of our markets, because this tariff stuff is really unnecessary. It's not really needed. We would have been much, much higher, but unfortunately that's not the case. In July, we're already above the target. Normally we go up 7.81%. I could see the remainder of this month just move sideways until we head into August, maybe some more sideways action. And then September, where everyone is saying we're going to have a bloody month. I'll take the other side of that. I think September we're going to do really well. And typically October we do really well near the end of the year. I have to discuss one thing, and it's this 4-year cycle thing. I'm still a firm believer in the 4-year cycle, but there's something in the air that I really hate using that word. Maybe it's different this time. We might destroy this whole 4-year cycle thing. You know, this whole group of people that believe in this 4-year cycle, including myself. It might just get smashed and we might continue to go up higher. After what I saw with Bitcoin and that 17-year line, that trend line that dates all the way back to 2017. After I saw that, I was like, yeah, there's something special happening here. There's something different happening in this cycle. I don't know what to call it. I don't know what to call this, but there's something different in the air now, because the way it ripped past that 17-year trend line, it was just smashed all the way through it, came back here, retested it as well. Can you believe that? It retested it, confirmed it as support. And we'll see what happens. We'll see. It's clear skies from here till the 0.618 mark. Roll to 145. I mid-curved my own self. Can you believe that? I was ahead of the curve and then I mid-curved myself. Stupidity. I should have carried on with that thesis because I was bang on the money. Anyway, back to the topic again. Sorry. ETH is going to do well. Bitcoin's up on the yearly. On the quarterly, Bitcoin is up a massive 10%. Ethereum on the quarterly is up a massive 27%. So Q4 is going to be interesting. But we all know in Q1, Ethereum is the one that shines the most. It's the one that really shines. Q4 is when Bitcoin really shines, and then people rotate their money into Ethereum, and then they rotate their Ethereum money into other more speculative assets. We're going to look at some indicators. So the Bitcoin 999 index is 30% away in progress. Then we have the Pi cycle indicator, which is 67% in progress. Pirelli multiple is 69% in progress, 60%. So we're 2/3 into this cycle. The ETF to Bitcoin ratio is 70%. 2-year MA multiplier 35%. MVRVZ score is 53%. The Bitcoin bubble index is 16%. So we're still nowhere near a bubble for Bitcoin. Normally what happens is people start borrowing. So they start heavily borrowing. I'm talking about retail. I'm talking about institutions, companies. They all begin to borrow ridiculous amounts of money just to 2x or 1x or just get a 10% gain or a 20% gain. And this is when we normally see the beginning of the end. Now remember, euphoria leads to a bear market. You have depression, which leads to a bull market, and euphoria leads to a bear market. Altcoin season index 53%. Coin dominance is 96%. Done. I want to speak about dominance and how it's going to trap so many people. I'll tell you one thing. Before I speak about dominance, I'm going to talk about Solana dominance. And this one's very important. This one is very important. This trapped so many people. Honestly, so many people got trapped here. They're all trapped. This right here trapped so many people. Every influencer, every YouTuber was talking about Solana. Solana this and Solana that and Solana this and utility. And you know, when people begin, or the masses begin to speak about coin, that means everyone's in. I don't know about you, but sometimes when I speak to people outside, it's not cool to tell people I'm in crypto. It's like, oh, you're in crypto. Oh my God, you lost so much money. Oh, FTX. They look down on me. They're like, oh my God, can't believe this. You're such a weirdo. They look down on me because it's not cool. That means it's genuinely not cool. And that means that's the best time to buy. During 2021 mania, if you told them I was in crypto, you were the man. You're a genius. Because that means everyone's in. There's no more buyers left. They're all holding the bags. The same thing happened with Solana. Everyone was holding Solana. Everyone. I'm not even lying to you. Everyone. And it literally trapped everyone. And I told folks, I said, guys, Ethereum is going to outperform everything. But they didn't listen. They were so drunk on that sauce that they got trapped. And Bitcoin dominance is showing the same thing. Everyone was drinking that Bitcoin dominance juice. Everyone. Look at this Bitcoin dominance. And the thing is, I hate to say it, they're trapped. They don't know it yet. They really don't know it yet, but they're trapped right now. They could be trapped up here at 70. Yeah. Either way, they're almost done. They're almost done, guys. All of these participants that bought Bitcoin, I promise you, are non-believers. They do not care about Bitcoin. They don't have the foggiest clue. They don't have a clue what Bitcoin is. They just jumped on this train, which leads to a bear market. They've jumped on this train just to make a quick X, a quick flip. These are non-believers. All of these folks are non-believers. These institutes, these ETFs, these are real non-believers. The minute they see Bitcoin go downwards, and we have that flywheel to the negative side, they're selling everything. They're selling everything. I was telling you about ETH, ADA, XRP, all of these coins at the deepest bear markets, deepest. There was no one around. It was just me and the OGs. There was no one around, guys. There was no one around, guys. It was the most unsexy, unattractive thing to get into. Crypto. People looked at me like, you're behind the curve, man. It was crypto was in 2021. What are you still doing here? We made our money and left. Why are you here? And now it's starting to become cool. And when it becomes cool, that's the period where you begin to sell, guys. Yeah. Because that's when everyone's holding. That's when everyone's like, yeah, you're the man. Oh, well done. I hold that coin as well. What coin do you hold? This is not enough. This is down 3%. We need something like this, guys, like 12%. Everyone's celebrating over 3% retracement for Bitcoin dominance. We've had this before. I'm not celebrating at all. And most of this one looks more genuine because most of this is happening on ETH. It's just clearly on ETH. It's not happening. Your alt are still just moving sideways to down. This is mainly happening on ETH. ETH is taking up more and more market share from Bitcoin. People are realizing that you can have stable coins in ETH, and ETH is the underlying plumbing works of this whole ecosystem of stable coins. So people are starting to realize, oh, okay, all right. Stable coins are all built on Ethereum. Ethereum is like a city. You're buying networks. You're opting into a network effect. And that's the reason why these coins go up. These are cities. Like America, like London, like Paris, these coins are like cities. It would be really nice to see a V-shaped recovery, just as Ethereum had a V-shaped recovery. So go back to the 2025 open, this period right over here, then maybe head back up and do something like that. But majority of folks, I keep saying this, majority of folks are just front running the Fed meeting. We're going to find out and see. Yeah. This is going to be the most important meeting of our lives. Yeah. We're going to sit down, listen to this guy. I'll probably do a live stream. He's going to hodl interest rates till kingdom come. Yeah. This man, you don't understand. I really want this guy out for our own bags. I want this guy out. We got 14 more days left and there's like 95% chance. Let's see. 97% chance that they're going to hold. In September, there is a 54% chance that we're finally going to see our first rate cut and then going to mark the top for Bitcoin dominance. When we get that cut and that pivot from the Fed, me personally, I could be wrong. That's when we're going to see a real altcoin season. As for now, everyone is front running. That's fine. But I think altcoins are going to make one last final low. Ethereum's done. I don't class Ethereum as an altcoin, guys. It's no longer, to me, it's not an altcoin. It's far from an altcoin now. Ethereum is a champion by itself. Guys, it's not an altcoin. If you think Ethereum is part of whatever you're holding, think again, guys. Everything copies and mimics Ethereum. Everything. I've gone to every chain and everything around here and in between. Yeah, I do this for real. I've been to every chain, read all of these white papers, and they're all copying Ethereum. Just buy the real thing. Ethereum is the real thing. Yeah, I know that the price is not attractive. Maybe it might not do a 10x, 20x, 50x, 100x. Oh, okay, boo-hoo. But why not just buy the real thing? Why are you buying a copycat? The best coin out here in the whole space. If aliens came into this world and said to me, altcoin era, give me a coin, apart from Bitcoin, that I can hold for 10, 20 years, I'll tell them Ethereum. And on that bombshell, I'll see you on the next one. Love you all. Peace.